Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
He's got it. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision of the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
They're bringing heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's Nix. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Nix. Can't make the connection. Putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Trying to pick up a first down. To the ground with the back. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Coming up, 4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. They'll go with a direct snap. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Nix. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Penn State 3, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Here's the handoff. At the 45, on his way. And he's running in the open. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
This is a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's McGuire. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Now, a 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. This time a rather long one from 46 yards out. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give to the tailback. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Back to throw, it's Nix. He makes the connection. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target, was able to swat that ball away.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first progression.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air, it's Nix. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Penn State.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able...
Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking downfield, it's Nix. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect.
That makes the score Penn State 20, Georgia 10.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. A fair catch called for and made. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Running with power. Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Here's the return from inside the 25. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide out in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They'll give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Quick release on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting things blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. You see, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Using the quick game. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Second down coming up.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside the 15, here comes a return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
To the air, it's Nix. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pass is intercepted. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Man, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking downfield, it's Nix. He lofts one down the sideline. Fires into a world of traffic and is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Looking for a gap. It's McGuire. On the move is the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
He wants to throw. With the catch, it's McGuire. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight?
Oh, picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game Game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, and you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Third down coming up.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming.
Penn State 48, Georgia 13.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to...
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive, Dave?
And what's nice is you got this big lead.
The fake. Kicker's going to run for it. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Nix. And he will be sacked.
This defense taking care of business, keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Toss to the left. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He's got it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Navy handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.